What if the anxiety, the chronic tension, or that heavy feeling in your body isn't just in your head, but leftover survival energy your nervous system never got to finish discharging? You've probably felt it. That sudden tightness in your chest for no clear reason. The racing heart when everything seems fine. The exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. Many of us carry invisible weight from old events, accidents, scary moments, or even childhood experiences, without realizing the body is still holding on. Peter Levine's groundbreaking work in Waking the Tiger shows that trauma isn't a life sentence or a mental disorder. It's a biological process that got stuck. And the good news? Your body already knows how to finish it. Levine didn't invent this from theory. He watched how wild animals handle life or death situations and realized humans interrupt the same natural process with our thinking brains. The result? Trapped energy that shows up as panic, anxiety, tension, or feeling disconnected from life. This isn't about reliving your worst memories or talking endlessly about the past. It's about gently waking up the tiger of instinct inside you so your nervous system can finally complete what it started. By the end of this summary, you'll understand why your body reacts the way it does, and have simple, powerful ways to start releasing what's been stuck. Let's explore how. The animal wisdom we forgot. Picture an impala sprinting across the African savanna, heart pounding, muscles firing as it flees a cheetah. If the predator gets too close, the impala drops into a frozen state, playing dead to survive. Heart rate drops. It becomes completely still. If it escapes, something remarkable happens next. The impala doesn't analyze what went wrong or talk it through. It stands up and shakes violently from head to tail. That intense trembling discharges the massive survival energy it mobilized to run for its life. Once the shaking stops, the animal simply goes back to grazing, as if nothing happened. This is nature's brilliant design: fight, flee, or freeze, followed by natural discharge. Humans have the same ancient survival system, but we also have a highly developed rational brain that often gets in the way. When something overwhelming happens, we might freeze or go numb. Then our thinking mind judges the sensations. I shouldn't feel this. I need to be strong. Just get over it. We suppress the trembling, the crying, or the urge to run. The energy that was meant to discharge stays trapped in the nervous system. That trapped charge is what Levine calls trauma, not the event itself, but the residual energy that never completed its cycle. Imagine flooring the gas pedal and slamming the brakes at the same time in a powerful car. The engine roars with energy, but nothing moves. That's what happens inside many of us after a traumatic experience. The survival energy surges but gets locked in place. Trauma lives in the body, not just in your story. Levine explains that we have a triune brain, 3 layers working together. The reptilian brain handles raw survival instincts. The limbic system processes emotions and memory. The neocortex manages logic, language, and storytelling. Trauma lives primarily in the older, instinctive layers. That's why simply talking about what happened often isn't enough. You can understand the story intellectually while your body still feels hijacked. The key doorway into healing is what Levine calls felt sense, your conscious awareness of physical sensations in the present moment. It's not a thought or emotion. It's the direct bodily experience, a tightness in your throat, warmth spreading in your chest, vibration in your hands, or a sense of heaviness in your legs. This is your animal instinct speaking. When you walk into a room and instantly feel something's off without knowing why, that's felt sense. It's fast, non-linear, and incredibly wise. The problem arises when our rational mind interrupts the natural discharge. We fear the intensity of sensations or judge them as weakness. This creates a vicious cycle where the fear of feeling keeps the nervous system stuck in chronic alert. Levine offers a powerful metaphor from mythology, the shield of Perseus. Perseus didn't look directly at Medusa, who would turn him to stone. He used the reflection in his shield. In the same way, we don't have to confront trauma head-on with full force. We work gently with the reflections, the present-day bodily sensations, so the nervous system can renegotiate safely. The freeze response and how energy gets stuck. The freeze, or immobility response, is a brilliant last-resort survival strategy. It can reduce pain through natural painkillers and help an animal appear dead to a predator. But when humans interrupt the cycle, by forcing ourselves to be brave, suppressing shaking or judging the sensations, the energy remains suspended. Symptoms like hypervigilance, anxiety, panic attacks, chronic tension, insomnia, or emotional numbness are often the nervous system's attempt to manage that trapped charge. Avoidance behaviors, pulling back from life, new experiences, or relationships, are also common, the body trying to protect the fragile balance. Sometimes the trapped energy leads to reenactment, unconsciously putting ourselves in similar situations, hoping for a different outcome this time. This rarely heals and often deepens the exhaustion. The way out isn't forcing or reliving the original event. It's renegotiation, a gentle, rhythmic process of moving between the stuck survival energy and feelings of safety or resource. Levine calls this the healing vortex. Like a pendulum, you briefly touch the edge of the activation, then swing back to something grounding and positive. Over time, the nervous system completes the old cycle and regains fluidity. How real healing happens, completing the biological process. Levine shares powerful examples that show this in action. One woman named Nancy suffered constant panic attacks. In a session, she connected with heaviness in her legs and a chill, physical echoes of a childhood surgery. Instead of just talking, Levine guided her to imagine running from a tiger while making running motions with her legs while lying down. She finally discharged decades of locked energy. The panic attacks eased because her body completed the flight response that had been interrupted on the operating table. Another client, Marius, renegotiated a childhood dog attack not by re-experiencing the terror, but by connecting emerging tremors with a childhood memory of wearing bearskin pants that made him feel powerful. By linking the sensation of strength with the discharge, he thawed out without being overwhelmed. These stories illustrate somatic experiencing, Levine's approach of working with the body's sensations and innate resources rather than forcing catharsis. The process is slow, respectful, and titrated, done in small, manageable pieces, so the system isn't flooded. When trauma is renegotiated, you don't return to who you were before. You emerge with a new innocence, wiser, more alive, and able to feel the full range of emotions with greater fluidity. Practical tools you can use starting today. You don't need a therapist in the room to begin building safety and awareness in your nervous system. Here are concrete ways to start. Build felt sense daily. Close your eyes for 3 to 5 minutes and simply notice. Which part of your body feels most alive, warm, or neutral right now? Start with positive or neutral sensations. This builds a foundation of safety so your system feels okay to release old charge later. Allow natural discharge. Notice small reactions in your body after a scare, stressful moment, or even a vivid memory. If you feel trembling, shaking, yawning, sighing, or the urge to move, let it happen without judgment. Don't try to stop or control it immediately. This is your body completing the cycle. Use pulsing showers for body awareness. During your next shower, spend 1 to 2 minutes letting the water hit different parts of your skin. Focus purely on the sensation of temperature and pressure meeting your body. This simple practice helps restore your sense of physical boundary and pulls the nervous system out of constant alert. Create your own healing vortex. Identify a reliable resource. The image of a calm place, the feeling of a soft blanket, the smell of coffee, or a memory of strength. When you feel activated or anxious, gently bring attention to this resource for a few moments. Then notice how your breathing or body shifts. Practice moving back and forth between activation and resource. For emotional first aid, yours or someone else's. After a scary event, keep the person lying down if possible, warm and quiet. Allow shaking, crying, or trembling if it arises naturally. Validate feelings without judgment. Gently help orient to the present by noting details from before and after the event, always returning to safety in the here and now. With children, after falls, accidents, or medical procedures, let them tell the story, sometimes repeatedly, and report physical sensations. Don't rush them to be brave or stop crying. Crying and trembling are nature's medicine. Give them control over the pace of any play that helps them process. These practices work because they respect the body's wisdom instead of overriding it with willpower or analysis. Healing yourself heals the world. Trauma doesn't stay individual. Unresolved collective traumas fuel cycles of violence, distrust, and reactivity between groups. Animals have biological brakes that usually prevent them from killing their own kind unnecessarily. Humans seem to have lost some of these instinctive checks when trauma remains unprocessed. On a personal level, learning to work with your own nervous system gives you more choice and less automatic reaction. It also models a different way of being for those around you.